The way says that election is the very essence of democracy, so nothing must be spared to protect it. Ahead of Saturday's governorship election in Ondo State, the People's Democratic Party PDP and the All Progressives Congress APC are bickering over alleged plans to compromise the poll. A statement credited to the PDP in the state accused the APC of trying to compromise the election. Countering the allegation, the APC Publicity Secretary Kalejaiye said it is not true as they have no reason to contemplate compromising the election. I'll start with you, Dotson. The allegations and counter allegations, by this two leading political parties in the state. How credible are the issues, or is this just politics?
We are used to it. It's just the normal. Let's be seen to have said something.
But these are strong allegations.
I don't see what strong evidence.
Okay, the evidence.
Have they provided? If you are saying this person is planning this, we've seen in the past where parties have said so, and they say, see, talks are going to come in from this state. They already camped in this hotel. Where are those things? What I know is that the kind of things people fear for now in Ondo State, which was what happened in the past Operation Wete, will never happen in that state again. People are wiser now. And when you look at the two political parties that are struggling for power, they are one and the same. There are people who have moved out. They are just their own friends. They know. So now, how will those kind of friends, people who are from the same community, who build houses opposite themselves, now begin to get into that? It's a matter of wanting to talk. And that puts the ball right in the court of INEC and the security agencies. It is left to them to mar or make the election. INEC has said it has learned from what happened in Ondo State. I hope so seriously. So that those things that people saw, like results getting on their own IREV,
okay,
and people disputing it because they said that was not the paper that was signed. We should avoid it. Yeah, and then you have a lot of discrepancies there. We should avoid it this time. The IG already, he has deployed drones, helicopters, and men. The task is now on the DIG, Deputy Inspector General of Police, in charge of the Southwest, who is going to oversee that election as the security coordinator, coordinating all other security agencies to ensure that nothing goes wrong. It's an off-cycle election.
Exactly.
They have enough men to prosecute it. If they fail, then it is in their own hands. But for the political parties, I see them as brothers who are just trying to make noise. Nothing else.
Do you see these issues, or is this just politics? How credible are these issues?
They are credible because Nigerian politicians take politics very seriously. They take politics as big business. We already heard the chairman of one of the leading parties some time back say they have a formula by which they will capture Ondo State. And you don't take such a comment, lightly. So that may have also added to the apprehension. There is one of the parties that said that one of the rival parties, has recruited ad hoc staff for INEC. You see, the whole thing boils down to the credibility of the process. If INEC actually has it clearly stated that the process will not be compromised, that if there is any margin of error, that this is the limit, it won't be more than maybe 3% margin of error or so, then that will be the day. In fact, that will be a glorious day in Nigeria, whereby we will say, yes, we have finally dealt with the issue of, just like we are, gradually getting around the issue of a fuel supply. We are now hearing things.
Exactly.
We are now hearing about blending plants, pricing, this one, importation versus local price. All of those things now, I hope very soon we will get to
Exactly.
that. We will get to that point where it will no longer be an issue. So, and I also hope with electoral reforms, because INEC on his website, one of the things on his website, the INEC admitted that the electoral process in Nigeria has not met the desired standard. Best practices globally is there. INEC self-admitted. So, but it's not just about admitting. What are you doing? Because you need the buy-in of the people.
Sure.
You need trust. The one major problem in Nigeria is that the trust deficit is so high. No matter whether government says we're going to do this, INEC says people will just say, not today. We've heard that promise so many times. So INEC must be culture, not just being defensive. And then at the end of the day, it tells us if you're not satisfied, go to court. It is not, it's not good though. Let's face facts. Some of these things are not good. You just tell people go to court. People have come out to run in an election. Now we've turned election into a charade. Look at local government elections. Look at what is going on. In some cases, no voting at all. Names are just written and people, were just declared winners. We are not deepening democracy.
Okay.
Like that.
The Ondo State election is in a few days, on Saturday. What should we expect?
I think what we'll expect is an election that will have pockets of violence.
Oh, really?
I don't see massive violence.
But you expect?
As usual, I expect that to happen. I also don't see the kind of manipulation people are talking about happening. Because this same man who bragged that they have the formula was unable to do it in certain places. Meaning that wherever they used the formula and it worked, they had some level of reason to have won. Ondo State is one. Because I can tell you from sources close to the candidate of the PDP in Ondo State that he said it very clearly, that if there is a reason he's going to lose the election, it will be because of the baggage that Oshiomhole, Obaseki, had on him. Because the PDP is loved in that state. But that outgone governor did some very unforgettable and unforgivable things. So wherever you are going to rig, you must have some level of popularity. What you are doing is that the rigging, so-called rigging or formula, is only aiding your popularity.
Okay.
And not that you can go all out like it used to be in the past and sit in one house and write results. I don't know if others see it, but I think that era is gone completely. Where you just sit somewhere and you write results and then you go and snatch ballot boxes and then you go and throw the votes into the water. Okay. And I think that era is gone.
Now,
I see some level of credibility.
As we round up the show, okay, what message do you have for the people of Ondo State as they go out to vote on Saturday? And especially for those who say that, well, I'm not going out to vote on Saturday. What message do you have for them?
That might even be a major problem on Saturday, low voter turnout. Because all these claims and counterclaims, have the potential to scare the people.
To scare the voters?
Yeah, to scare the voters, yes. And one thing is certain, of course, on Saturday, winner will emerge.
Sure.
But, you see, the emphasis we place on politics over and above governance is worrisome. You see all the money that has been deployed into, engaging people as special assistants in different areas. And these areas need teachers. They need doctors. They need, government presence. But the more important thing is getting people, grassroots coordinators, because election is coming. When the election is done and dusted, the challenge of governance, good governance, will still be there. So, for me, the people should choose their conscience over whatever inducements will come their way.
Okay.
And make sure that they monitor the process. The security agencies, I will appeal to them not to be not to allow anybody to compromise them.
Yeah.
Then INEC should know that Nigerians don't have confidence in that electoral body. So they must try. What happened in Ondo State where somebody was found to have, where there were instances, where people, electoral officers changed results and all those changed, figures. INEC should try to make sure it doesn't occur at all, not by any stretch of imagination. It is doable, and INEC should do it. The security agencies should do it. It's not impossible. After all, how many people are even in all these states where you have all the governors? It's not a general election.
Exactly. It's
just one state. How many people are in that state? So INEC should make sure that those little things that jump out to spoil its name, they should be reduced to the barest
minimum. As we round off, what message do you have for the people of Ondo State?
Well, like I said, for me, they should go out and vote.
Okay.
I don't see an unbearable level of violence, especially when the people are together, when they decide to curb some of these things. They can do it. We've seen places where government came in the past and they chased them away because you are more in number.
Exactly.
And they have the capacity. Those who are handling the voting process, we should also appeal to their conscience. Because the way we see INEC is like INEC is just the chairman. But he's using some people. We've seen even cases where youth corps members compromised. And they took money.
Exactly.
People would think are serving their country and they should be upstanding, right standing. They did. So it's those who are in charge of these processes that we are going to appeal to. Don't take money. Because what we always do is we take money to compromise and bring violence on the people.
Okay.
So everybody should be at their best behavior. Security agencies, INEC officials, even the voters. Let's go out there and choose the best for the state. Because we are seeing some things in some of our states where we've had elections in 2023 that are not palatable, meaning that people chose wrongly.
Okay. And I
choose
hope
based on your conscience.
And I also hope maybe the EFCC will also be on ground.
The APC, ICPC will be there.
Both buyers and all. But really, I want to say thank you to you gentlemen. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
to have this conversation. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And